Okay. How are you? Today we're going to give you the good news on what we need to put inside our head, inside our 50 trillion cells, so that we can live the longer life that God wants us all to. And it took me a while to get here. I was here once before. No question, I was here once before. When I was in my 30s, don't you know? Yes, sir. And that's when God blessed me with the knowledge or the pathway to see what's going on at that time. But, things came in. I mean, I learned about this word, but I didn't really need to practice it because I was in really good shape. And now, I'm now rebuilding myself and sharing this as fast as I can with you. So here's the deal. Energy follows thought. And remember Christ said, you cannot enter into the kingdom of He even, some people call it heaven, until you've been born again. And he was talking in all of Christ's dogma, all of Christ, if you want, that you call dogma, but all of Christ's words are not dogma, it's metaphysical science. And he was trying to explain, and he understood. I mean, you don't do the things he did without understanding. But you had to go through a lot, or at least I had to go through a lot to figure it out. So, we've never had a class in this. We suffer from lack of knowledge. We've never had a class in thought and how your thought's really an energy field, how you can feel it. If somebody stares at you, how you can feel it. Well, here's the thought. Oh, my sign is still up. Here's a thought that you want to do. Here's a thought that you want to concentrate on. You want to concentrate on what he said. He gave you the recipe, you just have to know how to put the recipe together. And the recipe he said was, you cannot get to, once you get to He even, and you want to stay at He even, you have to tell all of your cells what you want all of the time. Okay? We have to put all of your cells up with a message or a signal. And that signal is sent by thought. And it's your thought. So, your subconscious or your conscious, either one, and both, if you can, is really the best. But I am John Paul Elliott III. Cost my folks plenty for that name. And I recommend that what you put in your thought field so that it's not wasted energy. In other words, we're recycling our thoughts by saying, I want to be born again. I just be born again. I want to be born again. Love, first of all, love, and then I want to be born again. These three words, love, born again. And just telling yourself, I want to be born again, born again, born again, born again, born again. What that does is that it gives the order to every cell to not listen to the dogma that we're going to die in so many years, we only live to be 80 or 90, because you're telling your cells what you want, and this is how we're going to defeat death. As a matter of fact, this is, in my opinion, how the Old Testament clearly states. Our signs are up really nice. Clearly states that your cells do what they're told. So, if you're telling, always, I hate it when somebody, I only got another 40 years before I go see Jesus. I've had people tell me that. I'm going, what are you talking about? All of our cells, all of our signs are up. Beautiful. Okay. It's all metaphysical, in other words. Metaphysical, in case you don't know, metaphysical means the mental controls the physical. It's just that simple. The mental controls the physical. Metaphysical. Once you understand that process and then begin to engage in the correct data inside your system, you begin to manifest the life field that God wants us. So I'm going to continue on reinterpreting the correct Gnostic, which is knowledge of how the thought system works, and how by using the words of Christ, you can manifest your own rejuvenated life. You can all defeat death. By thinking, right now I'm thinking born again. I'm telling all my cells, be born again. I'm telling all my cells, be born again. Be born again. I'm telling my cells. You can't get more traffic flow than this. It's all metaphysical. And once you understand that, then you can start to appreciate the corpus callosum, which is the center, which goes right down here. And that is really our core energy field, right there. And that comes from thought. And that field is what joins the two sides together so they both work. It's kind of important, isn't it? Yeah. I would think so. That's a nice old building back there, too. All right, well, my signs have been up. And I just told you I sell owner-to-buyers.com. We you can sell the traffic in this picture. We try and farm this kind of traffic with our signs to bring potential buyers directly to our sellers, not to a selling agent. So, thought, born again, man, born again, born again, born again. I'm a born again, again and again, not because that I'm its friend, but because I know I want to be born again. I got 58 trillion cells inside of me. 100 billion die every day. 100 billion die and 100 billion come. I just want them to know. Let's be born again. Let's be born again. And that's really the deal, isn't it? So there you are. It's all metaphysical. And that center line down the point, everybody's got one. That's our real connection to God. And as long as you stay centered, Christ died for the center, not for sinning, but for the center. If you can stay centered, then you're operating in God's absolute perfect plan for you. Playing your perfect part. The more centered you are. That's the truth. That's the way it is. We'll see how I look in another 10 years from now, 15 years from now, by me applying the word born again to myself. I want to be born again. I want to be renewed. I want to be rejuvenated. I want to, you can say all these things. I want to be all of this. And then it all boils down to born again. Born again. That's a thought that I'm going to win. It's born again. It don't matter if you're a Muslim, don't matter if you're a Buddhist, don't matter if you're a Sikh. All you gotta do is just take a peek and go born again. And know that you're talking to yourself. And know that you're talking to yourself. Yeah. All right, thanks.